it in heaven. We have Jesus. We want to shout to you.
Hey, good morning, Facebook and Get Inspired. We are here for another episode of Life Inspired, and our guest today is Hugh Johnson. Thanks for coming, my dear friend.
Diane, I would not refuse you.
Oh, you're very kind. This is my friend, you guys, who introduced me to, I think it was Draw the Circle that you introduced me to, by Mark Batterson. So I'm so grateful for that. That has been a very impactful message in my life. I guess it was the Circle Maker first. You gave me the Circle Maker, and then I found Draw the Circle later by Mark Batterson both. So thank you for that.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
It changed my life too.
Yeah. So we have a couple shout outs we need to do. First of all, we're streaming live on YouTube as well. So if you want to do watch us on YouTube or tell somebody, like share it with somebody that doesn't do Facebook, you totally can do that. And we also want to thank Daryl Buchanan because he gives us our song. That's our little intro song. We Have Jesus by Daryl Buchanan. Also features Will Cole, Tish Pittman, and Janet Pittman. So you can get a copy of that downloaded by going to darylbuchanan.net, or it's also on iTunes, which is pretty great. So thanks for that. And if you've never watched Life Inspired before, what we're going to do, we're going to ask Hugh a few questions. Basically, we're going to talk about a turning point in your life, Hugh. So we want the backstory, life was going along. We want the turning point, which is a ... and then God kind of moment. And then we want what's, now how you're walking inspired. So what's the backstory to whatever I know you probably have 20 turning points in your life. So whatever turning point you're going to tell us about, what's the backstory?
Okay, turning points. You could probably, I could choose one from last week.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it comes pretty quickly nowadays. Yeah. But, my story is having the privilege of growing up in a very, very loving Christian home.
That is quite a privilege.
It really is, and it's more so to me now than it's ever been as I look back at it. And that unconditional love is what created an environment in which I could explore. I could explore whatever I believed I could be passionate about, and so I am still thankful for that.
That's awesome.
There is a danger there.
Oh, okay.
And I developed quite a ego. Quite a sense of more confidence than I should, and a lack of dependence, I think, was a big thing. I graduated from college, summa cum laude, and immediately was picked up by an organization who wanted me to start at 22 a multi-million-dollar project for them.
Wow.
And my wife and I had decided we weren't even having kids.
No kidding. He has 4 kids, you guys.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. And the 17th grandchild is on the way. So.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's a long journey from we aren't
no
having
kids.
kids.
Right.
We were children of the 70s, and we were professionals, and we don't need children. And I certainly felt as though I didn't need anyone or anything. And I was able to truly train wreck my marriage in the first 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
But there were still people in our lives that were saying we believe in you. We believe in what God can do in you. And this coming year we'll celebrate 45 years of marriage.
Wow. Okay, so wait a minute, time out. You said in 7 years you trained wrecked your marriage, but you're still married to that woman. Okay, that's a turning point. That's
a pretty big one.
Yeah, so can you share that?
Okay, well there's a lot to it, but in a nutshell, I had an affair. We went another direction. We had decided we were calling it quits, and we did some counseling. That didn't really seem to make a difference, and she was ready to leave.
Well, you were Mr. Arrogant. Why would she stay?
Absolutely, absolutely. That was, in fact, the affair was simply arrogance, and it was God sovereignly reaching in, and the prayers of people around us. So if you ever want to argue with anyone about whether prayer is real, it's a real thing. And it made all the difference in the end. As she was getting ready to leave town, she called me one evening and said, "I just can't go. I'm supposed to stay. I don't think I love you anymore, and I don't know if I ever will, but I'm going to be obedient to what God's telling me to do."
Wow.
And that was the opportunity, and it made all the difference. It took us a couple of years of working through that.
Right. And did you feel like did that humble the arrogance some, having gone through that and having her submit to what she felt
A
God
lot.
was leading her to do?
A lot. It was sort of, I call it a Holy Spirit slap.
Right.
Where right up the side of the head, saying, do you realize what I have done?
It's me, God. It's not you, Hugh.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm whatever. It didn't come out right, but anyway, yeah. But God's telling you, I'm telling you this, Hugh. I'm
Absolutely.
in charge of your life, Hugh.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So, so what? I kind of diverted you, and I didn't mean to do that. What else did you want to share today? Anything in particular?
I'm not sure. That was not necessarily what I thought I was going to be sharing.
But what a
you
blessing
talked
for
about it.
people that need to hear that. You
Sure,
know?
sure. The development of Hugh Johnson over the decades since then has been fascinating even to me. As I've moved from a professional that I have always been into owning my own businesses and working with my own sons in business. It's been fascinating, and it's been an adventure the entire time, and it's only now beginning. I will be 65 years old in 10 days.
No way.
And
Happy birthday in 10
thank
days.
you. I'm not sure this is the birthday I most want to celebrate, but it doesn't really matter anymore.
Right,
It's all about what is the adventure? What are we accomplishing? What are we pursuing?
Right.
We just perfected our family crest.
Oh, cool.
And it's a stylized thing, hard to even describe. But I can tell you that underneath it has the name Johnson, and it has 3 words, and they are noble, and generous, and courageous.
Wow.
And my goal is that someday, sitting on a sofa like this, probably with you, my new granddaughter, who won't be born until July, may be sitting here, and you may ask, "Tell me about your family," and she may pull her jacket up, and on the jacket will be a crest, and she'll say, "I come from a family that pursues the noble, the right, and is ridiculously generous, and is utterly unafraid."
Wow.
That's what I want to hear my grandchildren say about the legacy that we created.
Wow, that's awesome. So, how do you stay inspired every day? What do you do? How do you connect with God? How do you get?
You know, I use the word alignment.
Okay.
It could be obedience, but it really, to me, is more meaningful to say, God, I want to be aligned with you. I want my thinking to align with your thinking. Because I never have to really try to drag God into a new adventure.
No, he's
My-
trying to get you to go there.
I am trying to catch up with the Holy Spirit train.
Right.
And if I can grab a hold, he's always thinking bigger.
Right.
He's always thinking more. So
Right.
every day I get up and I think there's more. There's more than I even am aware of. So today, Lord, align my thinking so that with yours, so that I see the world, I see me. In fact, I really would like today, Lord, for Hugh Johnson to disappear into the mist.
You said that to me once.
Yeah.
Something about I must become less and he must become more, or something. You had said that to me once at Rotary.
If I literally disappear into the Holy Spirit mist, is a kind of my way of thinking about it, then he's able to actually accomplish what he most wants to do. And I couldn't aspire to anything that I dreamed up that would be as amazing as what he thinks every day.
Right, right. That's awesome. Very cool. So, is it because of the prayers surrounding your marriage that you were so drawn to prayer? Because I know you're on the prayer team at your church as well, and lead the prayer team at your church, don't you?
Yeah, I really do. I really
think
do.
so?
There was a time, and this is like decades ago. I was in my 20s. That I moved back in with my parents when we were separated. I would wake up in the middle of the night in this guest room, and my mother would be on her knees at the foot of my bed. Yeah.
Praying
at 3 in the morning.
while you were in her home. Oh,
And,
I like that.
and I am absolutely convinced that I'm celebrating 45 years of marriage because of that.
Oh, I'm sure you are. Just keep praying.
Don't worry.
That's awesome. I can't say more about that right now. Sorry, that just really touched me. That's awesome. I know.
It's true.
I know my mom prayed for me. And so that's very cool.
Yeah, the
Very
legacy,
cool.
that legacy prayer. That's what I
Yeah,
believe in. I think it outlasts a lifetime. I think I'm still benefiting from a mother who's already in heaven.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. And I think it's probably in some of those, Draw the Circle books or whatever, where I've heard things about like your prayers are like seeds, and it might take a really, really long time, but you just keep planting those seeds and praying. Tears is watering the seeds. You just keep praying it, because there's massive trees that are growing from that. So that's awesome. Very cool. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share? Tell Facebook?
Facebook. Oh, notorious Facebook.
Right.
I think I'd rather just talk with you.
Okay, awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching today. We are so grateful to Hugh for sharing his story and for being open and vulnerable. I really appreciate that very much. We really say, if one person got your message today, if one person maybe wants to pray for someone else, or one person wants to stay in a marriage that is struggling or whatever, just because they heard your story, we're glad to have shared your story that way.
We'll
So
keep doing this, Diane.
Okay,
You're
we
making
will.
a difference.
I don't know about that, but Jesus is. So
Okay.
anyway, so thanks for watching. If you guys know somebody else that should be on the couch, we'd love to know who that would be. And I'm like, tears are coming out of my eyes from before. And if you want to connect with Hugh, I know he would have coffee with you, meet with you, so just message us here and we will hook you up with Hugh Johnson. Thanks for watching Facebook. Bye-bye.
Yes, we have. We have Jesus.